can someone tell me why is Toppo trying to destroy my screen? Like for real, bro. Today we are going to talk about God of Destruction Toppo, his skills, his best build, and how to utilize him the best way possible to deal as much damage as possible. And I would love to hear your opinion about it in the comments section below. Now before we start, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell beside it to stay notified with everything new about Gekishin Squadra, and without any further ado, let's just get started. So first of all, his passive. So Toppo's passive is called I won't be fighting for justice any longer. It applies movement speed to self when moving towards enemies with the mark of destruction. So whenever an enemy is trying to basically run away from you and you are chasing them, if you manage to apply the mark of destruction on them, which you are going to apply basically with your skills, we are going to talk about it later. If you manage to apply the mark of destruction on them, you are going to be able to be fast enough to hopefully be able to basically catch up to them, because you are going to be faster than usual. So this is a very good passive to land that final strike to kill the enemy who is trying to run away from you. So that is very useful. Now when it comes to his rush attack, it is a physical attack with some okay range. What it does is basically it extends the duration of mark of destruction in case there are mark of destruction on the enemy, and if you are hitting an enemy with mark of destruction, you are going to be able to also shorten skill cooldowns. That excludes the super attack, because the super attack is a super attack, it's not a skill. Now, the more mark of destruction stacks there are on the enemy, the more cooldowns are shortened. So this is going to be extremely useful for you, because one, you are going to extend the duration of the mark of destruction, which means that in case the enemy tries to run away, you would be able to chase them real fast and hopefully land that final blow and kill the enemy. And two, you are going to also be able to use your skills way more often because of the fact that you are going to basically lower your skill cooldowns as well. So this is an extremely useful rush attack. Now when it comes to the first skill, Destructive Flash, he is going to fire a barrage of energy blasts in a set direction, and you are going to apply the mark of destruction to enemies when you hit them with this attack. So as I said before, this is the way you are going to apply basically the mark of destruction to the enemies, and you can also move while doing this attack, so you don't need to stay in the same exact place while doing it. So this is a very good ability to have first. You basically first upgrade this one, and then you upgrade the third skill, which we are going to talk about later, and why you should basically focus on it. Now his second skill is Demolition Tornado. Now this one is going to rapidly rotate to deal a series of strike attacks to the surrounding area. It applies mark of destruction to enemies hit and deals more damage the more mark of destruction stacks there are. Can move while attacking as well. So basically you are going to apply once again the mark of destruction to enemies, and you are going to deal more damage to enemies the more mark of destruction stacks there are on the enemy. So what you want to ideally do is first use your first skill so that you apply some stacks, and then use your second skill to basically apply even more stacks and deal even more damage to the enemies. This is how to utilize this tornado the best way possible. However, in my opinion, the tornado is the last skill you should focus on. Instead, what you need to focus on is the first skill and the third skill, because these are the ones that you are going to combo into each other and make as much use of basically Toppo as possible. So the third skill is Sphere of Destruction Tempered. Now the Sphere of Destruction is basically him assuming a fighting stance and unleash an unavoidable energy blast against nearby enemies who attack during it. So basically there are two important things that you need to understand here. The first one is that the attack is unavoidable. If the enemy tries to avoid it or run away from it, it's completely useless. They are going to be hit by it regardless of whether they try to run or not. Now the second thing is that it hits only the enemies that hit you while you are assuming this fighting stance. So if an enemy doesn't hit you while you are assuming this fighting stance, they won't be hit by this attack basically. So these are two important things that you need to understand about this skill. It applies Mark of Destruction to enemies hit and gains extra HP as well as energy defense up in this stance. So basically you are going to recover some HP or gain extra HP, and you are going to also have extra defense so that you wouldn't be killed easily while you are in this stance. The more you are attacked while in this stance, the more damage dealt. So basically whenever the enemies, if two enemies are trying to hit you at the same time, you assume this stance, and if they don't manage to kill you, you are killing them. This is literally how it is. It's just insane. You will see during the showcase that I am showing you that I do it multiple times, and it's just ridiculous the amount of damage that it deals. So this is why I want you to basically utilize the first skill and the third skill together. You first apply that Mark of Destruction, then you assume this stance, and basically the enemies are going to get destroyed if they fall for it, because unfortunately this is going to basically land on the enemies and how used they are to God of Destruction Toppo. If they do attack you while you are in this stance, it's over for them. If they don't attack you, then they understand how it works and they aren't going to fall for it, and they might be able to kill you. So these are the two problems with it, or the two ways it could go basically with it. Either way, the final thing that we have here is the super attack, and that is Massive Sphere of Destruction. So Toppo unleashes a sphere filled with destructive energy at a set position. This sphere contracts on impact, finishing with an explosion that deals extra damage. So first it deals damage with the hit, and then it explodes and deals extra damage. If the enemy has a Mark of Destruction, when hit by the explosion, the entire Mark of Destruction stack will be consumed to deal extra damage. Deals more extra damage the more stacks there are. So you use basically your first skill, your second skill, your third skill, and then the ultimate, and you just killed the enemies. But that isn't going to be possible in a match, unfortunately. However, you want to basically land as many stacks on the enemy as possible before you do your ultimate or your super attack, because that is going to be basically the way to utilize the super attack as perfectly as possible and get it to deal as much damage as possible. So this is pretty much everything about Toppo. I will show you also a showcase of him and what build I use for him, and basically you will see how crazy his damage is and how insanely amazing and insanely easily he can basically kill enemies with his stance, because that stance is just ridiculous, man. If the enemy is attacking you and you assume that stance, if they don't kill you, you kill them. It's just over for them. So I really like Toppo, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell beside it to stay notified with everything new about Gekishin Squadra. And until next time, see you as always in the next video.
I'm coming for you here. I'll destroy everything. I'll show you what happens when you want as expected. Looking good. What is this? I will survive, no matter what. You won't escape. Tommy, eat this. You won't noticed you won't none can match my power. Yeah! Coming!
Oh my, have I underestimated you? Okay.
I'll destroy everything. There's no escape.
You did it! You broke the wall! They're gods of destruction!
And with this, the game
Now, break the dragon shell and go get the
Too
Dragon
easy.
Balls!
Cool!
Be grateful you were not immediately destroyed.